she's been dating a great guy for almost a year, thinks they've got a future, but there's one thing that stands in the way.
When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Morning, Melanie.
Good morning.
Hey, thanks so much for jumping on the phone with us here real quick to talk about your situation. Will you go ahead and walk through what you sent us?
Yeah, and thank you for talking to me about it. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I've been dating this guy for almost a year. He's awesome. We like a lot of the same things. We don't have fights. Physically, the chemistry's awesome. It's good. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at places. We're going to move in together in a couple of months, and I'm excited. I know I love him. Like, this dude, he's the one, you know?
Yay.
Yay is right.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. But, there's always a but.
There's always a but.
Oh, man.
I'm worried because I have one thing making me question this. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get married because he doesn't love me.
Wait.
I know.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah. I mean, he likes me a lot. He says I'm the very best thing that's ever happened to him. And he says that we'll stay together and we'll get married and all of that. Mm-hmm. It's just he has a crappy ex and she broke his heart and he's never gotten back over that, you know?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he thinks that therapy is going to help, and he's going to work to get to a place where he can at least say he loves me. And that's awesome. Again, I still don't sound like I have a problem, do I?
No. I get that though. I mean, when someone says I'm going to work to get to the point where I can match the feelings you have.
You know, what am I, black olives? You can't get, I'm not an acquired taste.
Which, by the way, I think you're delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah, a great accent to any pizza or any pasta dish, I think is fantastic.
That's what I tell my friends.
Right.
But, so my question, here's my problem.
Okay.
I mean, I'm in my 30s.
Right,
so,
okay.
Do I invest the time to see if he can get there, or do I not waste my time and go on and find someone who can say that they love me? I mean, everything is awesome, and I don't want to leave him, but I don't know if he can get there. You know?
Gosh, Melanie.
Yeah, you deserve to be loved the way that you love him, for sure.
Yeah.
The first time you said those words to him, did he just say thank you? Like, what did he do?
It's so silly, and he like I said I love you, and he went which sounds like I love you too, but he can't say the words.
Kelly, it took you a while to find the one.
Yes, and honestly, we went through a very similar situation. Like, he had a couple of past relationships that kind of like destroyed him a little bit. And so when we met, he was not in the right headspace. And we actually broke up for a while because he thought that he didn't love me. And then he went and worked through his stuff, figured out, I do actually. And it worked out for us. We've been married for nearly 16 years.
Okay. Well, see, that's good.
I was going to say, Melanie, there's at least one example of it working out. But the good thing is we've got very smart listeners and people who've been in that situation that you've been, like Kelly, who can maybe offer some support, offer some suggestions, and that's what we do here, all right?
I don't know if you need to like walk away first for him to realize how he feels about you.
And that's tough to just say.
I mean, that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, Melanie, thank you.
Thank you.
If you wouldn't mind, keep us posted on everything, and
I will.
And we're invested now. So
I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah,
I'm optimistic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and I'm going to stick you on my fingers and eat you off deliciously.
Stop.
Sorry, that's
analogy.
not. Sorry, I'm a married man. I can't. And you're in a loving relationship, Melanie. It'd never work. Sorry.
You're right. It wouldn't. I'm just a side olive.
All right, Melanie, I appreciate you. You sound great, and keep us posted.
I will. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Why do you make it so awkward all the time? So awkward.
What? Once she said olives, that's all
That's
my
where
brain.
your head went.
That's all my brain thought
recover.
of. I was like, oh, she's like an olive. I want to dip you in a martini. And
okay, stop.
I wanna
Listen,
stuff
I got
you
to
with
tell you
blue
what Ginger says because
cheese.
Ginger is rolling in with some very encouraging words. She said, "Sounds like he does actually love you, but is too scared to use that because of the hurt in the past. If the rest of your relationship is as good as you described, I would supportively and gently encourage that you start therapy soon so we can start to work through those issues before you move in together. If the word love has become toxic for him, pick a different word. Ask him if he adores you or if he feels like you're his soulmate. If he does, start using that word to describe how you feel about him as well."
Now, you could use the word olive juice because when you say that, your mouth looks like you're saying I love you. So you could just start saying olive juice and maybe, to whatever.
Are you quoting one of my favorite movies of all time, The Other Sister?
Is that what that
Giovanni
is?
Ribisi and
Is that it?
Juliette Lewis.
Does she say? Is that what they say in that movie?
Olive juice. Yes.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
Juice.
All right,
their family things.
Hey, I think we need to hear from some more people who maybe have been in that same boat where it took you a minute to come around, or it took him a minute to come around. And
yeah, Megan says she definitely should walk away and let him realize his true feelings. If he comes back, then it's for real.
All right, that all next here on Jasmine.
Hey, I feel really bad for Melanie, but I was in the same situation. What is it? My husband and I were dating, and he said, "I love you first."
Mm-hmm.
And I could not say it back. I just couldn't do it. And he just said, "You know what? I'm not going to let you go, and we're going to work it out, and you're going to get there."
It sounds like you did.
Yeah, it'll be 17 years this fall.
Oh, there you go. There you go. He's like, trust me, you'll come around.
Yeah, basically that's what he said. He said, "I'm not going to let you go. You were made for me. I was made for you, and you'll get there." Well, I had a really bad, toxic first marriage.
Right.
So that's where that came from.
So what was the thing that turned it around for you? How did you get there?
Time. It was time. It was living together. It was doing stuff together. It was time.
It was him showing you he's not leaving and he's going to be solid for you.
Yes.
Well, Jasmine, thanks for sharing your story.
All right. Thanks, guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Is this Andrew, the Love Doctor?
Absolutely, brother.
How are you, sir?
Our resident expert.
I am living the dream, my man. How are you guys?
We're great. So what's your thoughts and suggestions with Melanie?
Well, the first thing, she needs to obviously, I think, stick with him. Here's the thing. If he's willing to go to therapy to work on, because all he's doing when he's talking about "I love you" to her, it's a trauma response. He's scared. He's had his heart broke. He's been devastated. He's been burnt. And trust me, men are just as sensitive as women when it comes to things like that. So stick with him. The therapy, if he's getting the right therapy, it's actual from a real therapist, it will help him deal with his past to where he can let his feelings and emotions come out in the relationship with her. And if he's going to...
This all has to do with his past, and that has kind of nothing to do with him just
Absolutely.
not loving her not being the right one.
No, and if he's willing to go through therapy to try to help that, then that says something about him, because a lot of men won't do that. That says something about this guy. So stick with him. And on a side note, the young lady that I date now, I said, "I love you" first. And when she got around to telling me, she used Kelly's example. She used the "all of you." And it means to me as well. So I'm very familiar with that. She's got a good guy from what she says. If everything else is as good as she says, stick with it. In another 6 to 7 months, she should start to see some signs, if the therapist is going well, that he's really into her and he's really the one.
Andrew, the Love Doctor, thank you so much for your advice and your...
That's encouraging.
Yeah, and it sounds like that you're in a good spot now, too.
Absolutely. Keep on loving, guys.
All right, see you, bud.
Oh, love it. Thanks, Andrew.
So, are we all saying kind of stick with it?
Yeah, hang in there. Amy said, "I lived in a situation like that for 2 years. After I got tired of waiting and left, I found out that he really did love me. He was just too scared to say it because once he says it, he's opening up to feeling vulnerable and he's scared of getting hurt again. Please don't give up on him. Happily married for 14 years to him now."
Oh, all right.
So yeah, I think if she does, let's let him go through the therapy, see if he can work through his issues, like put the past in the past, and then see if he can start to look at his future and see what that looks like and if she's in it.
All right. Well, Melanie, like I said, keep us posted. Sounds like you've got a good guy there. If everything is great every other way,
she should. She's like the one. He knows that in his head. He's just trying to get his heart to catch up, I think.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. That's group therapy.